It was a freezing night in central Ukraine. The snow was silent, the streets empty, and somewhere in the darkness, a man was watching a sleeping family through their window. No one knew his name. No one knew his face. But everyone feared him. Because wherever he went, entire families disappeared. This is the story of Anatoly Onoprienko, the man who turned Ukraine into a land of terror. A killer so ruthless that even the police feared him. He was born in 1959, in a small Ukrainian village called Lasky. His childhood was not like others. His mother died when he was just 4 years old. His father couldn't handle him. So Anatoly was sent to an orphanage, a place that would destroy what little humanity he had left. Inside that orphanage, children were beaten, starved, and ignored. Anatoly learned only one thing: pain is power. By the time he was 18, he had already stopped feeling anything: no love, no guilt, no fear. He once told police later, "I don't feel sorry for people. They are just biological material." In 1989, the Soviet Union was collapsing, and chaos ruled the streets. For most people, it was a time of uncertainty. For Onoprienko, it was a hunting season. His first victims were a family traveling by car. He stopped them on a lonely road, pretending he needed help. When they rolled down the window, he opened fire. The father died instantly. The mother screamed. The children tried to run, but he followed, one by one. Afterward, he burned their car, leaving no trace. That night, the beast of Ukraine was born. Over the next 7 years, Onoprienko moved from town to town, killing families at random. He had no motive, no target, no mercy. He'd break into homes at night, usually in small villages. He always carried a shotgun. He would kill everyone inside, men, women, and even children, then set the house on fire to erase the evidence. In 1 year alone, 1995, he murdered 43 people. 43 human lives. Gone, just because he wanted to cleanse his soul, as he later said. He believed killing made him closer to God. By now, newspapers were calling him the Terminator and the Beast of Ukraine. People stopped sleeping at night. Families took turns staying awake with rifles and axes beside the bed. Dogs barked through the night, every shadow looked like death. The police, under huge pressure, arrested random suspects. But Onoprienko kept killing. Sometimes he left bizarre messages. A child's toy at the crime scene, or bullets arranged in a cross. He wanted attention. He wanted the world to know he existed. But what terrified investigators most was that he always disappeared before anyone could see him. It was like he could vanish into thin air. Officers began to whisper that they were chasing a demon. One police commander even said, "We were not hunting a man. We were hunting a ghost." Every crime scene looked the same: burned homes, shot victims, and no fingerprints. Forensic experts were helpless. There was no DNA system, no technology, no cameras. This was 1990s Ukraine. And deep down, even the police were afraid. Some refused to go on night patrols in villages where he'd struck. They knew that if he saw them first, they'd be next. Then came March 1996. A small village called Zhytomyr reported gunshots. A farmer had seen a suspicious man walking into the woods carrying a shotgun. When police raided the nearby forest hut, they found something horrifying. Inside, dozens of stolen items from murdered families. Jewelry, photos, children's toys, burned IDs, trophies of death. And in the corner, a military-style bag with a passport. Anatoly Onoprienko. The beast had finally been found. When they surrounded him, Onoprienko didn't resist. He calmly looked at the officers and said, "I know why you're here. I did it." He confessed to 52 murders across Ukraine. He described each killing with chilling precision. How he chose random homes, how he shot parents first so the children couldn't escape. How he'd sometimes return to watch the fire from a distance. One officer later said, "He spoke about murder the way others talk about breakfast." Psychiatrists later examined him and were stunned. He showed no signs of insanity, he was fully aware of his crimes. He simply did not care. He told doctors that voices guided him. That he was chosen by a higher power to clean the earth. But investigators believe it was all manipulation. He enjoyed control. He enjoyed fear. He once told the court, "I am like God. I give life or take it away." His trial began in 1997, and the courtroom was packed with terrified citizens. Victims' families screamed, cursed, and cried as he described each killing in cold detail. When the judge asked if he felt remorse, he smiled. "No," he said, "they were just obstacles in my path." He was sentenced to death by firing squad. But because Ukraine had banned the death penalty shortly after, his sentence was changed to life imprisonment. In prison, Onoprienko became a celebrity among inmates. Some called him the Terminator, others avoided him completely. He spent most of his days alone, writing strange letters to journalists and priests, claiming he was reborn as a prophet. He died in 2013, in his cell, from heart failure. No one came to claim his body. No one mourned. Today, Ukraine still remembers him as the worst serial killer in its history. Parents tell their children not to open doors at night. A legend born from real fear. And even now, retired police officers admit that chasing Onoprienko changed them forever. One of them said in an interview, "I've seen war, I've seen death, but nothing compared to what that man did." In his final interview before his death, Onoprienko said something chilling. "There are many like me. You just haven't met them yet." And with that, he smiled. The smile of a man who knew the world would never forget his name. He wasn't a monster from a movie. He was a man. Made by pain, fueled by hate, and remember.
By fear. The beast of Ukraine may be gone, but the shadows he left behind still whisper one truth. Evil doesn't die, it only waits. Fade to black. Sound of wind.